All right, guys, welcome to Trading with Meatball. And you come here for the hot stock tips, and we'll give them to you. But if you're on this journey, it's more than just hot stock tips. There's a lot of scammers out there. And if you're new to our channel, the reason I make the videos is because I got scammed. I went down that journey. But I used to be a stockbroker with 300 clients, okay? And I wanted to see what these guys with the Lamborghinis and the tattoos are doing. And they're full of shit. That's what they're doing. You're paying 50 or $100 a month for some guy to hold your hand, but they have 6 or 8 people calling out trades right at the open, and you just blow up your account. And if they hit a trade, they put it on Twitter with a rocket ship emoji and show you a 400% gain. Well, I've been down that road, guys, and I paid the bribe to get into the inner circle, and I traded on the free trading spaces with some of the most famous names on Twitter and YouTube, and the banana guy, whatever his name is, I don't know. He loads up on the puts and then he claims that he had the calls. Okay, that's cute. Well, all that shit's recorded. They don't care. They just get somebody else to join the group next month. And I have my own Discord. I don't even have the link up on the videos anymore, but I think it's in the profile if you want to join us. And it's free. It's just a handful of guys, and we're friends, and we trade stocks together. And we share charts and we share ideas. And let's talk about how you can do this by yourself, because that's what I want you to learn. Take my knowledge, and my ways are not the best ways, and my ways are not the only ways. But you can take my knowledge for free and put it in your toolbox and learn to do this without me and without anybody else. Okay. And we draw zones and we draw lines on charts. And this is the Tesla, and we draw these zones. Anywhere there's chop, like right here, you can draw a little zone. And if you zoom out, you'll see where this big blue zone or green zone came from. But let's look at the Tesla, and we mark the opening print, and we like the 5-minute chart. Okay. And so the blue line is the opening print, and she's failing through this zone, and she's trying to hold the zone, but she goes back into it, and then she fails the opening print. And you notice I'm using the clouds, Ripster's clouds. Shout out to Ripster. He's a good guy, and he provides content, and he has a paid service, but he provides education and some valuable shit. And I'm a student of his. Even though I don't pay to be in his group every month, I respect him and I give him credit. I don't steal ideas from other people, but you can use the clouds. I do. I also use the 20-day moving average, which is this orange line, and we use other stuff, but keep it simple. Don't use too much stuff, too many indicators. So as you can see, marking the opening print, and thank you, Jake. Jake is a trader. He's been interviewed on YouTube. He says to mark the opening print. Again, I don't steal other people's ideas. I give them credit, right? But when I was a stockbroker 25 years ago, we would mark the opening print. We would just hold a ruler up against the screen because we didn't have all this fancy software 30 years ago. But you can see how she wicks off and rejects the opening print, and then she starts bleeding down. Well, when it rejected off the opening print and caught this big red candle, that's a great entry for puts. And the puts are good till Friday. So let's talk about that. And she just bled all day. And these retracements kill your time value. But if your call is good till Friday and it just keeps going down, then eventually you'll make something or at least get your money back. You don't blow up your account. And that's the goal, is to not blow up your account. Okay. And so SPY is a good example. And it did this to us yesterday, I think. So the market opened up green yesterday. Everything was green pre-market. And so of course they dumped it right at the open for 20 minutes. And that killed everybody that was buying calls right at the open. And so the secret is called waiting. The secret is not a $1,600 boot camp. And the secret is not the bribe to get into the inner circle, which I paid the bribe. There is no inner circle. It's a lie. But the secret is called waiting. And so if you wait till like 10 o'clock, there's usually a 10 o'clock pullback, or they show us a trend at 10, 10:15, 10:30. And so the trick for me is spread the bets out throughout the day, and small bets, don't YOLO. But if you spread out small bets and you start at like 10:15, 10:30, you'll catch them with their pants down after they already faked out everybody at the open. And so here we are taking this thing on the SPY yesterday about 9:45, and that was a little early. But when we got the green candles to reverse, we started doubling down on the calls. And then it stayed outside the 20-day moving average, and it stayed outside of Ripster's clouds. And so we held the bitch, quite a while yesterday. And we don't ever claim that we held it all the way to the top, but this one we did. And you can check the Discord because I posted it on Twitter too, that 11:20 something, we were all cash. And that's right up here at the top. And why do we do that? Well, it retraced once, and I said that's a retracement. Let's hold. and then it started going green again, but then it started chopping, and I said, "That's it. We've been holding this thing for like 2 hours or an hour and a half or something, and that's enough, man. We took their money. Let's go." And sure enough, they chopped it and then they reversed it. And so don't try to hold all day for the home run just because some guy on Twitter posted a 400% rocket emoji. Take your 30, 40, 50%, and you can hold longer when it stays outside the 20 or it stays outside Ripster's clouds. But this isn't going to happen every day, okay? There's going to be chop. Today was chop, and today was a rough day, man. And so here's the chop, as it goes above and below the 20-day moving average, it's just killing your time value, okay? And then they did a dump and then immediately reversed it. That's evil chop, okay? And we navigate the chop. We do it together. Here's our Discord. And I was talking to this gentleman and I said, "Hey, I had a bad entry. I'm sorry. But you see the value of buying calls that are good till Friday instead of zero DTEs because we were holding Boeing and Tesla puts and they weren't paying us, even though the stock was going down. But later on in the day after lunch, we just looked at the Tesla. It bled off all day. We did make money later in the day. And I personally probably had the worst entry of anybody, and I was able to get my money back later in the day because the calls are good till Friday or the puts. We had puts. But buying the zero DTEs, if it chops like this on the SPY, and let's say it's going up, which it did, up, up, up. We did a QQQ, and I told somebody take the call, but buy the call for tomorrow, not the one for today. And it was right here. It was this afternoon. There it is right there at 1 o'clock. And I said, go ahead and take a call, but take one for tomorrow. Don't get the zero DTEs. And look what they did. They moved it up, yeah. But with all these retracements, it kills the time value on a zero date to expiration. And so you don't have to trade zero DTEs. You can buy the calls or the puts that are good for tomorrow. And I told this guy, it took balls to hold that all day. I'm giving him credit. These guys are calling their own shots and they're drawing their own zones on charts. And so that they don't need me and they don't need anybody. And this guy's telling me thanks. And we do this for free, y'all. And I love people saying, they're glad they found our group. And that makes me feel good. We're still on Twitter. And here's our profile. But we don't put the banger setups on Twitter anymore because nobody likes our stuff. But like I said, we're giving people a skill it's in their head and it can never be taken away. Okay. So you can come steal our knowledge. We told everybody to buy the hood a few days ago and we didn't get rich on it yet, but it gapped up overnight. And so whoever's holding it in our group is going to be smiling tomorrow morning because it gapped up overnight. But we are stronger together, and I see other people stealing my tagline on Twitter. I guess what did they say that imitation is the best form of flattery, but whatever. That's fine. Guys, you can come join us if you want to, but learn how to do this yourself so that you don't need me and that you don't need anybody, and so that you don't get scammed. Okay. And it all starts with drawing the zones. Anywhere there's chop, you can draw these zones, and you could be amazed at how good you are. And we have videos about how to draw zones, and so do other people. The plan for tomorrow is to wait for the trend. Okay, there's going to be data at 8:30, and so the market will be green or red before it opens. We'll already know where it's going. But don't forget what they did to us at the open on the SPY the other day. Let's look at it again. Okay, this is a 5 minute chart, and they gave us these big red candles right at the open for 20 minutes before they ran it up. Okay, so don't go all in at the open. Okay, wait for the trend. And when you start placing your bets, place a series of small bets throughout the day. Never YOLO. Okay, God bless you. Good luck. And yeah, we share the whole screen. We just don't give a shit.